Everyone wants to join the army until it's time to do army stuff. Are you a certified emo twink with no life skills? Do you dream of seeing the world? And by the world, I mean the Mojave Desert. Or a swamp. Literally just a swamp. Maybe you saw a Honda Civic you really want. I don't know. Join the army, you ding-dong. And maybe someday you too can be chronically tired and sore. JK, it's a pretty good life, but it pays to know what you're getting into. And seeing as I'm the all-seeing, all-knowing comedic chief of operations for the army, it's high time I take you on a guided tour of all the ways you can positively devastate your body in the name of truth, justice, and the American way of life. This is a bad explanation of army jobs. It only makes sense to start with a job that every prepubescent Call of Duty enjoyer imagines as their life's pursuit. If all the other little boys and girls around you were imagining becoming a cowboy astronaut fireman, while you were daydreaming about what a 50 cal round would do to a man's head, then the infantry might be for you. Take all that pent-up adolescent rage, and daddy didn't show up to my Little League games energy, roll it up into a little ball, and full send on down to Fort Benning. I mean Fort Moore. Benning. Your number one job in the infantry is to shoot them guns, baby. Like, all the guns. Did I say number one job? Oopsie daisy. What I forgot to mention is that for every 5 minutes you spend sending lead downrange, you'll spend about 2 hours packing every issued item you own. Plus a little backy-packy filled with water that tastes like a plastic pool toy, and wander around in the wilderness until your ankles get blisters the size of full-grown corgis. Then whenever you get to wherever the hell you're going, you can chow down on food that's so nutrient-dense that your body will have a hard time saying goodbye. Being in the infantry is pretty much camping plus guns, minus the s'mores, but plus night vision goggles, so I guess it evens out. Just don't lose those night vision goggles, or your camping trip will turn into Hands Across America! Seriously, you are more likely to find the mysteries of the universe than you are to find missing night vision goggles in the woods. Let's get back to the reason all of you little career Fortnite players are here. The guns. Everyone pretty much starts off as an M4 main. Luckily, the infantry gets all of the latest and greatest doohickeys, so joining the infantry is pretty much like getting the battle pass. Sometimes you even get a camo unlock. But depending on how much of a goober you are when you show up to your first squad, there's always room for a machine gunner. Don't sweat it, big guy. The 240 and the 249 are a little bulky, but as long as you keep the no-no end facing the bad guy and pack a lot of ibuprofen, they're actually kind of fun to shoot. Who can forget the crew-served options? The Ma Deuce is one of the longest-serving machine guns in history. You don't even have to perform headspace and timing anymore. Just remember to stop being a wiener and mash down on that trigger for a satisfying 5 to 7 round burst. The Mark 19 answers the question, what if explode, but a lot? If the prospect of firing a belt-fed grenade launcher that is literally powered by twerking doesn't get you excited, then I'm afraid you can't be helped. Speaking of explode, never mind the fact that you'll get all the grenades, AT-4s, javelins, and stingers your bloodthirsty little heart desires. The rest of us get 2 grenades for the entire career. Speaking of the rest of us, the most satisfying aspect of your status as an infantryman will be lording it over the rest of the force by referring to all non-infantry types as Pogue. Seriously, you can be wrong as hell, backed into a corner against the ropes. You call someone a Pogue, they've instantly lost the argument. They will kneel abjectly at your feet and beg to touch your cloak, that but a small droplet of your awesomeness might splash on them. But you'll deny their pleas for absolution as you hold your head up high and ponder all the amazing opportunities that your time in the infantry has afforded you. Speaking of which, here's a few of the many jobs waiting for you once your time stacking bodies for Uncle Sam has come to an end. So there it is. If you get red in the cheeks every time you see a muzzle flash and your favorite snow cone flavor is pink mist, then join the infantry and help us find these damn night vision goggles.